Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Everybody talking about Alcarez now. Can Alcarez actually make this racket popular? Has Alcarez made this racket popular? Stay tuned. All right, guys, so good morning to everybody. Coffee sponsors of the day is my man Ben here. My man Ben writes, "You're doing hella numbers. Good job. Yee-hee." So Ben, I appreciate you. Guys, if you want to support my coffee habit and knock me out in the morning, or actually knock me up in the morning, wake me up in the morning, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for keeping it going. You wouldn't believe I talk about this guy Alcaraz, Carlos Alcaraz, at least 10 times a day with various people, with various customers. Everybody's asking me if he's the real deal. Yeah, I think he's the real deal. Like, he is great right now. He's definitely on a roll. I actually like to look a little more forward. He might win a slam or two this year. And, I think he can definitely do it this year. What I actually look at, though, is sophomore jinxes. So the second year is what I look at. And if he can do it with a championship or two, or a grand slam or two on his back, because that's a ton of pressure. He's expected to win now. He's got a ton of money thrown his way. He's got the pressure of the people, the sponsors, and the whole world now expecting Carlos to win. In the last month, the racket above me, this racket, which is what Alcarez uses. Like, I did a ton of research. I asked a ton of people. Supposedly, he really uses this stock racket. Maybe with little minor adjustments, but he uses this racket, the Pure Aero VS. Now, I can understand by the way he plays that he's probably not going to weigh it down a lot, because he really needs to get around the ball with great acceleration. And if he adds any weight to the top or even to the bottom, it's going to slow him down a bit. So I can definitely see him using the stock racket, with his kind of all-court game. Now, but literally in the last month, this racket was buried back there. Okay? It was back there. Nowhere to be found. Okay? Nobody called. Nobody wanted to try it. Ever since Alcarez started winning, everybody said, "Hey, you got a Pure Aero VS for demo?" I'm like, who's asking for that? Right? And then I was like, yeah, sure, I do. Right? So it goes out, and then the next call, "Yeah, Pure Aero VS for demo?" I'm like, the hell? All these people think they Alcarez or something. It's like suddenly I started selling them. They started moving forward. And now it's in the front. I'm like, okay, this kind of reminds me of like back in the Agassi days. It's people called me when we had like radicals. It's like, "Hey, you got the Agassi? Hey, you got the Agassi oversize? Hey, you got the Donné oversize?" I'm like, everybody want to be a rebel back then. Everybody want to be Alcarez now. So, yes, a player's success can actually jumpstart a racket. I mean, as we all know, the Babolat VS lines of rackets has not really done well. I mean, the Pure Drive VS. You guys heard of a Pure Drive VS? Because there is one. Okay? This one came out last year. We did a giveaway for it, right? Did you know they made a Pure Aero VS? Well, now you do, because Carlos Alcaraz plays with it. Now suddenly there is massive attention on this racket. So he is going to put this racket on the board. He is going to put it on people's radars because they think they can be like him. I mean, I know when I was a kid, I looked up to Johnny McEnroe, right? Johnny Mac, 200G. I own a 200G. Can I play like him? No, but at least I had his racket, right? So Carlos will jumpstart this racket. They're going to put his face on this placard. You'll see as soon as they can. ASAP. Okay? And when you see, oh, Carlos is on that racket, I'm going to buy that. Okay? And I may buy it in pairs because if he can play with it, I can play with it. So, yes, star power sells. Star power will sell and put this racket up there. Okay? That I don't think has changed in forever. Right? Carlos is marketing. Marketing sells. For Babolat. All right? Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. All right, guys, are you looking for a coach? A pro? I know it's been super difficult looking for somebody out there to teach you. I'm in the game myself, and it's super difficult to find somebody to, teach you, somebody to hit with. We know that the number one reason why people give up the game is because they can't find anybody to play with. And now you can't find anybody to teach you. Well, this is where Play Your Court is going to give you a hand. All right, check out Play Your Court. They have professionals, they have hitting partners, they even help you set up a game. The resources are there for you to keep you in the game of tennis. Go to playyourcourt.com/tennis spin and get your own personal discount from me. Link is below. Stay in the game.